Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, everyone across the world tuning in. Greatly appreciate you tuning in this evening for another episode this Wednesday. And we talking about NBA playoff game one thoughts on a New York Knicks series versus the Cleveland Cavaliers. And we also got that great series going on in the West, game two tonight between the San Antonio Spurs and the Oklahoma City Thunder. And I want to thank everyone for tuning in. And I definitely want to give a shout out to the guys of the team who all put us together. We have SEC Sean, born in the heart of Texas, coming and making his way to the C bus here in the 614, and he's a part of the team. And you can follow him at SEC Sean. We have Post Game Bending Air from South Bend. His channel is at the bottom at Post Game Sports, as well as One Take Zay here in our own city, 614. We have Parlay Po of Blitzburg as well, and the man that put us all together at WTP for Life. That is Unk, as we call him. And yes, we are back with another banger. And we are here this evening, as I said, and we are talking about this great game two that we have tonight. And we are going to start off with talks of this game one series that we seen last night. That was also an epic series to start when you see this New York team in the Garden and the likes of all of their fans, the Mecca of basketball, coming back against these Cleveland Cavaliers, erasing a 20-plus point deficit, 21, and going on a 44-11 spurt at one point. I mean, doing things that you only going to see in the Garden. So when you think about this game, you know they're in the Garden. You definitely will see some things that you only will see in the Garden. And yes, we are talking about that Cleveland versus New York game one. And the question, for me, and I have been thinking about this so much and so long since watching this game, was this a comeback win? Or did Cleveland let one slip away? No disrespect, because what I'm going to call this is a comeback. Because when you have the New York Knicks playing in their hometown, on their home floor, this is the Garden, this is the Mecca. You got Jada Kiss and Fat Joe in the crowd. Shout out to those guys, Joe and Jada. Love the show. Love what you're doing, and keep bringing it, because we seeing it, myself, MossBurgh, here, straight from the city of Columbus. But this New York team, man, is definitely a team that's been right there. Every year, these past few years, they've been building the team. And, Brunson, this special talent that we are seeing, a left-hand wonder, I'm going to call him, doing big things, and having Anunoby back, I think, was something special. We seeing Shamet do things that he did, I believe, in his college days that we haven't seen out of him in quite a few years. So it was good for him to step up in these playoffs as well. And one thing, I'm going to get back to that. The Jalen Brunson takeover is what I'm going to call it. But James Harden, the world is watching. We wondering, why did the Cleveland Cavaliers bring James Harden to Ohio? This is the reason. Spider was back in his hometown and he was getting buckets. But in that fourth quarter and overtime, we were trying to figure out where guys were, and we did not see them. But shout out to Jalen Brunson, this New York Knicks team, and what they did, and this major comeback from that third quarter with about 8 minutes all the way through fourth quarter and OT to push, man. And like I said, when you in the Garden, when you have that crowd, not to mention Spike Lee in the building, you have so many different greats that was in the building. It's too many to name. But I see you all. Shout out to the support that the Knicks organization, the Knicks basketball team get from that city, man. It's big. You got to go out and you got to play. And, for me, it's just great to see playoff basketball in New York the way they playing basketball. And I'm not going to be here long tonight, but I'm definitely going to tune in to everyone. And I appreciate you tuning in, Old Man Parker. And if I'm saying it right, Yanira Santana, 1338. Appreciate y'all tuning in as well. And we not going to keep too many people waiting for tonight's game, and a lot of things that we've been looking at when it comes to this Cavs series. What are the adjustments for game 2? That's something to look at. We got to think of Harden's defense because quiet is kept. Harden was out there. It was easy money. And I'm not talking KD because we wasn't sniping. They was sniping Harden. And I'm talking about Brunson. Left hand on left hand. Some way you got to know what to do. You got to get that film. You got to get the footage. You got to study. I think this is a time where you have to actually put that mind in that fourth quarter and OT in this game as Brunson and that Knicks team did. And shout out to the organization and the way they just kept pushing their team to will. Cat, we see you. You showed up in a big way last night. A newbie, Shamit, as I said. It's so many guys on this Knicks team, if you think about it, that any night someone could go off for 20 or 30 other than Jalen Brunson. But they collectively played together as a team. And I think that was the difference maker in this game one win when you talk about that third quarter going through the fourth quarter and overtime to secure this comeback win. So I'm going to say this was a comeback win. And the reason I say that is because if you let one slip away, you make that adjustment with Harden defensively. They did it. This was a comeback win because Cleveland continued to go at James Harden, and it wasn't no stopping Cleveland from doing what they wanted to do when it came to James Harden and what they were going to do against him offensively because they knew what he wasn't going to do defensively. And again, what are the adjustments for game 2? My opinion is Cleveland must figure out a way to stop the Jalen Brunson takeover. That's one thing they have to do is figure out a way to stop the Jalen Brunson takeover because it's a serious thing. And 2025, I do have Cleveland winning this series, but I'm just speaking the facts. They definitely have to step up, and Harden normally have his way when it comes to Cleveland, but this is the playoffs. This is 2026, and these New York Knicks, I'm going to go ahead and say New York Knickerbockers, they are out for blood in this Eastern Conference as we see what they are doing so far. So, and everyone out there tuning in, please go ahead and hit that like button. If you're tuning in, hit that like button. Make sure you go follow, like, and subscribe to all the channels you see at the bottom of the screen as well. I appreciate you all tuning in this evening with your boy MossBurgh of LevelUpSports10. And we're not going to keep it, slow. We're going to keep it steady, but we're going to keep talking about these NBA playoffs. And he said either Eastern team gets swept in the finals. Ooh, I like it. I like your thoughts on that. But we are, this is the playoffs. And the way Jalen Brunson looked last night, a Jalen Brunson takeover can happen at any given moment. We see what Spider is doing. And Donovan Mitchell, shout out to what you doing out here on this court. You came back home, put up a major performance. I'm not negating that. And I love the thing that you and Coco have. Shout out to everything that you and Coco Jones have. Congratulations on it all, the coming wedding and all those great things as well. But when it comes to being swept in these finals coming from the East, I don't know. Because I look at this as being, what was that 2007 matchup, Spurs, Cavs. So I'm going to go with that matchup. And I think the Cavs wouldn't want to just win one game. I think either team, even if it's the Knicks, I'm just going on my pick, which was the Cavs. They would definitely want to win more than just that one game. But we're not going to keep the people waiting because we got a big game 2 popping off tonight. And I did have a question out there for the people. And if you do have answers to that question, make sure you hit that poll. And if you're in this chat, 2025, I appreciate you being in here with me this evening. Make sure you answer that question in the chat. And that is definitely a big question for tonight when it comes to that Chet Holmgren and Victor Wembanyama matchup. I'm going to get to that. And Santino Samako, if I'm saying it right, I appreciate you tuning in. Straight from Cleveland, Ohio. He said, James Harden needs to stop turning over the ball. Yes, indeed. And Harden, 42 minutes, 5 of 16, 7 turnovers. 6 turnovers, with 5 fouls. This guy was unbombable on the offensive defensive side for Cleveland yesterday. I'm still trying to find you. Harden, where you at, bro? We trying to find you. We looking for you. We need you. We need you real bad out here in the Garden. So one thing for me, and I appreciate you tuning in, Santino Samako, and we got my brother Post Game Sports tuning in. I appreciate you tuning in with me, brother. Keeping it cheesy as you always are throughout this crazy schedule that you are on. Cook, brother, and I will definitely do it. Just subbed, my man. I appreciate that. Oh, well. And we got many more shows coming for you as well. And Santino Samako Wemby. It's very, very dangerous. And we are going to get right to that. Speaking of Wembanyama, Game 2 tonight between the San Antonio Spurs and the OKC Thunder. And I'm going to get to one more question real quick. I don't want to miss any questions because we had WTP Sports with some questions tuning in as well. And I appreciate everyone tuning in. And this last question before we get to that, Santino Samako, coming right to you. WTP Sports Dudes, I appreciate you tuning in with the question as well. He said, how much will losing Game 1 affect the Cavs after giving that game away? I think it's a big effect. But I got enough faith. Got faith of a mustard seed with you, Cleveland Cavaliers. T1, you better talk to your boys and let them know they need to cook. Harden, you need to get in that pot. You need to chef something up, and we ain't talking about curd. We talking about that Harden stew from 2002. You feel me? But anyways, I think that the Cavs, when it comes to, because you could really say the comeback win, the giving the game away, you could really look at it both ways. I think this is a great question as well, WTP Sports Dudes. I appreciate it. For me, I think it don't have no effect. When you got Spider, when you got Donovan Mitchell, I think there's no effect. He knows what the business is. And like he said, it's one game. We blew it. And you know what I said. And if you know, you know. And we appreciate the comments as well. Santino Samako, I appreciate the scribe as well. Let's keep the subs coming. And I do have a poll out there on the screen. Make sure you tap into that poll as well. And it is big game tonight. Who will have it? And Samako, he said, said Wemby goes for 45 tonight. Back-to-back 40 balls in the conference finals on the Western. That looks like a record-setting performance. Peace as well, man. Peace to you, brother. I appreciate you tuning in. See you next time as well. And we will definitely see you tomorrow because we got another show coming tomorrow evening. Make sure you check and keep those notifications on as well. And Samaka, we're going to get right into it. And we talking about that Game 1 and going into the Game 2 Spurs victory. And when we seen from Wembanyama was something so special that if you know basketball and you've been watching basketball since you were a pup, or even in this latter day stage, if you growing up, this is amazing. We seeing something special. You could call it what you want. If he played in this era, if he played in that era, 7'4", putting in work. Victor Wembanyama. France, we appreciate you blessing this man with the talent to come over and do what he's doing in these states here and giving Texas the biggest thing they've seen since Texas itself, the state. But when you're talking about this Spurs team and Victor Wembanyama, they're special. You can't just talk about him because there's so many more pieces that's added to this Spurs team when you talk about a young nucleus and the abilities of those guys to take over a game and what they do on the defensive side, offensive side, all those good things. And he said, I agree. Santino Samako, I appreciate you with the comments. I agree with you on Mitchell, but he's not a three-point shooter. He needs to play his game. Yes, and those points in the paint were a problem for Cleveland. And if they could get some of those, I think that would definitely play a difference in that game. And in that game, the points in the paint, New York 60, Cleveland 38. So that is something to look at. Will Cleveland be able to get in the paint effectively? Will James Harden turn back the hands of time, turn back that clock, father time, step in it? We want to see it. And Santino, he said, didn't use Strauss enough. I agree, man. I think they definitely had to go into that bench. Some guys need to get minutes, big minutes. Look at the plus-minus ratio. Those things matter. They definitely matter. They play a big part as well. And he said, when Wemby puts on some more weight, he will be the greatest. That is one of the biggest statements. And I think that is one of the biggest things that we are awaiting to see this offseason, because right now he's doing due diligence and putting in a lot of work when it comes to this game. When it comes to this game, WTP Sports News, we appreciate you tuning in with the comment. What must OKC do differently against Wemby? For one, you can't put nobody under 6 feet taller. You know, nothing to you, Caruso. You can't put Caruso on Wemby. Chet, C-H-E-T, over. We looking for you, baby. Everybody calling on you, Chet. You got to guard that man. You got to guard that man. At the end of the day, y'all both 7 feet. He may have 4 more inches, but it's time to step up. You're in the Western Conference Finals. Y'all talking about back-to-back. They talking about three-peat. This being one of the greatest dynasties of all time built. Chet Wemby right now is looking like the man, and he got you in a box. Appreciate you tuning in, Santino. I'm about to be getting out of here too soon so I could get ready for this big game tonight. Appreciate the sub, and I can't wait to drop another show for you tomorrow so we could get right back into what we are talking about right now. Greatly appreciate it. And like I said, what must they do differently against Wemby? You have to match up. You got to be fast on a double team. You got to figure something out. Wemby is OKC's kryptonite. Me and Postgame went into a little review about that game Monday afternoon. Go back, check out the channel Monday afternoon. We did a great take on that as well for about 35 minutes. And so many jewels we dropped in that one as well. But you have to step up. Hardstein, Chet, you got to do something with these guys. I appreciate you liking that, Mike. And my man Postgame is in the building. And when I say he's in the building, he's keeping it cheesy. And he's keeping it cheesy and showing the support. I appreciate it, Postgame Sports. Can't wait till we doing what we do next week, man. We're going to hit them with so many differentials on this NBA playoffs, these Western Conference Finals, these Eastern Conference Finals. And oh, yeah, Mickey D's, if you're tuning in, please send me free coffee all year round. This is my third one of the day, and it keeps me going. And we got One Take Zay in the building, and we are about to get some thoughts on One Take Zay as well. And this great game 2 and his thoughts on his Cavs and this OKC Spurs series. Good to have you in the building this evening, One Take Zay. How is it going, brother?
Man, my fault, man. I thought that was a notification about the stream being 30 minutes out. My girl was like, your stream started. You getting on? I was like, oh, damn. I thought that was at 7:45.
Nah, you good.
What's
I
good with you?
rescheduled with the game coming on, man. With the game coming on, I had to get the people what they wanted to see. Try to come on a little earlier, give them a little dose so we could get to the greatness that's going to be showing tonight, man. It's good to have you this evening, and I appreciate you being here for the team and with your boy MossBurgh. How's it going for you this evening?
Man, it's good, man. Yeah, let's get into it, though. Let's not waste no time.
we going into the what do you think the difference needs to be when it comes to game two? What must OKC do differently, as WTP asks? What must they do differently against Wemby in this game too? Because what we've seen so far, it seemed like they've thrown everything at him except the kitchen sink, and they've played him 5 times now. And this would be like 6. What's your thoughts? We gonna bring one take back in. We had a little error on the technical side. We're bringing right back in. But for me, are you there? Are you there?
Yeah,
For
can
me,
you hear me? I can hear
yeah.
you.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, like I find check to take the chance, and make it up on Wemby for real. Wemby is the
Sorry about that technical difficulty. But for me, I think they just got to definitely put Wemby some way on the bench in foul trouble. That's the only way to stop it. Because right now, I see another 40 ball, and I see Wemby putting in work tonight. As Oh Well 2025 said, another 40-point performance. Big Facts Medias. We appreciate you tuning in. I think they need to double Wemby early and away from the rim. I totally agree with what you saying. It got to be something, man. They have to do it. They have to do it fast, and they have to have a better approach than Caruso. Chet has to step up, and he has to step up fast because right now Wemby's not playing no games. One drop step and he's dunking. It don't matter who's under the rim, and when he dunked it with the left hand, I said, shit, I don't know. He got you in the bag, body. And I said, yeah, he got you in a bag, body. You know what that means. So outside of that, I think it's definitely difficult. Hello, we appreciate you tuning in. The Raja have 9197. Hopefully I'm saying that right. I appreciate you tuning in as well. Again, Big Facts Media 2.057. Thanks a lot for everyone that's tuning in this evening. And right now, we also have a poll going up as well on the set. Make sure you definitely tap in to that question as well. And for me, that post game, he said Wemby, Shet, Castle, Shaw, Dylan Harper, Jay Williams, brothers, who will be making big shots tonight? That is a great questions all day, brother. Big Facts. Appreciate it, man. Salute. Definitely want to do some things with you and get you on and have some great talks with you as well when it comes to all these sports topics that we be discussing, because we've been seeing you tune in for quite some time and we appreciate it as well. And Wemby, Shet, Castle, Shy, Dylan Harper, Jay Williams, I don't know. I'm going Wemby. Definitely going to have the big game tonight, hitting big shots. But I think Dylan Harper's going to step up early and often when it comes to what he's doing, when it comes to this game tonight. And outside of those big shots, it's just watching the game to see how everything goes. Definitely reach out to us, Big Facts Media 2.057. We have our website, WTPSportsDudes.com. Definitely tap in with my uncle. We'll get everything set up so we could possibly even do a live stream for this NBA Finals. Because if you ask me, I'm taking Wemby, and I'm putting Wemby in the finals right now. And I think it might be a Cleveland, San Antonio rematch for the finals 2026. Over or under? Give me your over and under. You tell me what you think, Damon, and I appreciate you tuning in, Damon, ZAM. We appreciate you tuning in this evening. And as for MossBurgh, we know it's getting close to that game time for a lot of people to chill, celebrate, do all the great things that they do. So for me and you, Big facts. He said, I think Jay Williams had a bad game. He will definitely step up next game, but Spurs will go up 2-0, but in 7. Ooh. Ooh. Is that OKC? It's in my, I can't see it, big facts, my money sign in a way for the OKC. He said OKC in 7. What you think about the over? I think the over was, I didn't check it. I think it was like 2, if I'm not mistaken, like 216 or something like that. I'm going with the over. You talking OKC, San Antonio. You talking Wemby. It's a lot of threes that's going to be taken. It was a double overtime game. What was it? It was what's that? 237, 247 first game. I think the over is I think it's like what, around 219, I'm not mistaken, Damon. And when it comes to this, at your own risk, when we are giving you things that you asked. So I don't want you to, you know what I mean, come at MossBurgh about if you don't get the money or, you know what I mean? But just saying, we got guys for that, and we're going to have a show coming for you. 216, I'm taking it over. And one take, Zayden definitely will have something to say about that. But as for MossBurgh, man, I'm sitting here salivating, waiting for this game 2 tonight, man. So as for me, man, y'all see what we doing. Level Up Sports 10 in the building, as we always do. T1, he say we in the building. You see the poll up there. Make sure you like and subscribe. All the channels you got coming down there. You got One Take. You got Parlay Poe of Blitzburg. One Take Zay. You got Post Game 86. Post Game Sports. You got City League TV. All these names is on YouTube. Go check them out. City League TV on Facebook. You can check me out. Level Up Sports 10 on Instagram. I'm on TikTok as well. You can check me out on all your socials. And on Facebook, it's Joe Moss. I do quite a few. Shout out to KT's Good Eats. It's been a blessing since we've been working together, and I appreciate everything you've done and keeping me and loving what I do when it comes to cooking up in that kitchen. And people, trust me, MossBurgh of Level Up Sports got some things coming for you when it comes to cooking and live shows here on the podcast. So we're going to talk some sports. We're going to do some live cooking, and we're going to cook up as MossBurgh love to do here on Level Up Sports 10. So for those out there tuning in, I appreciate everyone that came through. Show some love, man. Make sure you hit that like button, because as you see, MossBurgh's background is different, but the shirt is the same, and the name's not going to change. But the game is getting different. Testing. 1, 2, 3. But nah, man, it's all love, man. I appreciate y'all tuning in this evening. And man, I appreciate you giving me the call to bring me to doing what we do. It's been nothing but love. I really appreciate you. I just, love being able to bring the people talks of things that we've been doing since the first day I moved into the Windsor Terrace, and you was in the backyard and you watched us on that basketball court, and to being able to bring the people the talks about what we do today, man. This is something special. And for those who don't know, man, that story of MossBurgh going to be coming to you this year. It's going to be coming to you live. I'm going to be giving you different parts of the story. So for all those that's been a part of my life throughout the time, man, if you're seeing this, reach out, tap in. Trust me, your boy MossBurgh want to hear from you, because I got a story to tell. It might be you that's a part of that story that I'm going to be bringing to the people lives this year. And we also got some City League talks. I have a buddy of mine, Mr. Turner. If you have not, but I'm sure you have heard of the Turner brothers, Columbus Mifflin, basketball, back in the 90s, and I'll say about 94 to 98, somewhere around there, 95 to 99. You know about them boys. We're going to bring you some great City League talk. We're talking about City League basketball, the greats, even more shout-outs to coaches, so much more when it comes to that. But outside of that, man, I appreciate y'all. Like I said, man, tuning in with your boy this evening, because game 2 is about to come on. Make sure you check the poll right there. You see the poll. You see the poll right there. Chet or Wemby? I'm going Wemby. My vote is in. We out. Peace. And I appreciate y'all tuning in with your boy MossBurgh this evening. All love, man.